Exclusive. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Joe Dombrowski. We are coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada with a special attraction. Let's go up to Bobby Cruz to get the introduction.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing 343 pounds, the Beer City Bruiser.
Beer City Bruiser is mad, bad, and dangerous to know. We saw him recently on Ring of Honor television, teaming with his bouncer tag team partner Brian Danielson and of course Silas Young to challenge for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Championship against Cody and the Young Bucks. The Bruiser is capable of beating anybody in ROH on any given day. His toughness, his tenacity, certainly is very well known. We'll see how he fares in what's more than a bit of a styles clash against his opposition here tonight. Two proficient athletes in many different ways as we send it back to Bobby Cruz to meet the opponent.
His opponent is wrestling out of Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 175 pounds, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
And it was in his native Atlanta, Georgia that Jonathan Gresham nearly made history. A 30-minute Iron Man match with Jay Lethal. Gresham scored the first fall, and what was 90 seconds away from being the deciding fall until Lethal rallied at the 11th hour. If that matchup had been a one-fall match, Gresham very likely would be Ring of Honor World Champion today, a dream he would have realized in his hometown. Gresham, ever the competitor, not going to let that narrow loss deter him. He's only let it motivate him further, and I find that to be most interesting. The Beer City Bruiser following the code of honor, which is very unlike him, but you see as soon as Bruiser had an opening, he followed through with that 300-pound frame as Bruiser attempts to turn this matchup into a bar fight, into a brawl. Gresham is so adept on the mat. Many say he's the best pure wrestler in the game today. I think it's very, very difficult to argue that point. Bruiser has motivated and forced Gresham into more of a street fight from Jump Street. That's advantage Bruiser.
Gresham! Two! Off the ear! This is my bar, Gresham!
Bruiser taunting the Octopus and biting as well. We're about as far removed from a...
no teeth, I can't bite!
Bruiser claiming that he has no teeth so he can't bite. There's a few in there somewhere. It's about as far removed as a Gresham contest as you can find. Smart maneuver by the Octopus going for the knee, trying to cut down the vertical base of the larger Bruiser. But Bruiser just overpowering Gresham at this point in time. A lot of similarities between the Bruiser and another man that Gresham has had issues with, talking about Bully Ray. We've seen Bully Ray live up to his namesake and attempt to push around Jonathan Gresham. We saw Gresham and Lethal in a tag match against Bully and Silas on television a couple of weeks ago. If not for the low blow utilized, the result could have been different. We could have seen Gresham and Lethal with a victory. That issue, you got to believe, is far from over.
Get off the rope! Get your own beer!
Those devastating cross faces by the Bruiser. And of course, that's if Bully Ray and Silas Young can stay on the same page. We've seen them barking at one another on Ring of Honor television and on .com in recent weeks. And Bruiser trying to push around Gresham, but Gresham is not going to be a victim. Gresham is not going to be just an example for the Bruiser to demonstrate his strength. Gresham will fight every step of the way. Jeez. Sit out slam. Bruiser finds two. Every time Bruiser tries to belittle Gresham, we see a bit of a flurry from Gresham as he tries to, again, deter that size advantage. and just find a way to adjust the tempo, adjust the style. Bruiser elevates Gresham. Oh, Gresham! Able to adjust, almost a rear naked choke, and Bruiser, desperation, backs Gresham into the corner. If Gresham can get in his grasp, if Gresham can utilize that submission game, man, the mood will change in a heartbeat. But Bruiser knows that, able to shut the octopus right back down. Gresham has studied men in Ring of Honor's past, like Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness. Wants to bring that style back to the forefront, a style that helped build Ring of Honor into what it is today. Gresham with a drop toe hold, but that is a large leg to navigate. Gresham adjusts, wrenches that knee, and as Bruiser was in a vulnerable position, Gresham back up to the rear naked choke. You see how tightly that chin lock is cinched in. Bruiser has to out-muscle Gresham and drop down with that modified jawbreaker. Gresham could be out. Could Bruiser put him away? 2 count only. Now we have seen a bit of desperation in Gresham's body language. Gresham favoring the hand and wrist. Bruiser may have wrenched that part of the body awkwardly to help break that grip of Gresham, as Bruiser leaving his feet, second turnbuckle, trumps down with all of his weight. Not sure if that was an elbow or a senton or a little bit of both, but either way, Gresham gets the foot to the rope barely. Bruiser thought he had that one.
Come on! Shut up!
Bruiser protesting to the official Paul Turner, but the right call was made. Gresham showing the tenacity, showing the wherewithal, and the ring positioning that has made him what he is today. Keep in mind, rope breaks were a very important part of the pure wrestling style in years past in Ring of Honor. Gresham's done his homework, and now Gresham trying to create some distance. With distance comes opportunity. Bruiser is reeling, and Gresham takes flight but bounces off the frame of the Beer City Bruiser.
I'm too big!
And again, perhaps Gresham not used to the size disadvantage. About 100 pounds separates these two athletes, but Gresham gonna dig down deep as Bruiser dares Gresham to hit him with your best shot. Gresham just brushes it off his shoulder. Gresham needs to find a way to create a dent in the Beer City Bruiser. Look at Gresham will himself to his feet.
That's it, come on! Come on!
That's the heart that drove Gresham to take control of the bulk of that Iron Man matchup, and Bruiser the elbow. And whether it's Jay Lethal, Bully Ray, the Beer City Bruiser, anywhere in between, Gresham wants to test himself against the absolute best. Every style, every size, every background. Gresham up with the enziguri kick, has the Bruiser dazed. I don't know if I've ever seen Gresham this determined. Gresham needs a victory here as part of Death Before Dishonor weekend. The eyes of the wrestling world are on ROH. Gresham outmaneuvers Bruiser in the corner. Hesitation, dropkick connects flush. Gresham can feel the tides begin to shift to his favor. Bruiser doesn't see him. Gresham, the suicide dive, lands on the back. Seamlessly into the rear naked choke. Bruiser never saw it coming. Bruiser could be choked out. Oh. Gresham small the back first into the ring frame. Hardest part of the ring. Gresham no choice but to break the grasp on that occasion. Bruiser meets Gresham head on. But Gresham sweeps the leg. And back, tunnel vision onto this rear naked choke. Gresham is committed to choking Bruiser out by any means necessary. Bruiser breaks the grip again, but Gresham traps the leg into the octopus submission. Seamlessly from one hold to another. And Gresham on the shots to the neck, and Bruiser has no choice. This one's over.
The winner of the match, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Bruiser couldn't defend himself anymore. He was trapped dead center in the ring. Jonathan Gresham found a way to trap the larger man and pull out a victory. Size be damned. Jonathan Gresham proves he is a master of the mat, and he can systematically dissect his opposition. Jonathan Gresham, a big win, putting him right back in competition against the upper echelon of Ring of Honor. That does it for this Honor Club exclusive in Las Vegas. I'm Joe Dombrowski. We'll see you next time.